Right. Hi, Vanputa. You all welcome to the grade 10 English medium maths paper class today. Right. We will move to the discussion of paper number 11 today. Right. Uh, so we are now at the paper number 11. So we completed up to now 10 papers. So after this paper, we will move to the papers 2. Right. That means we completed up to now the paper 1 of the maths paper. So by next week onwards, we move forward with paper number 2, right? So now you can turn to the papers and see your answers. And if any important part, you can make notes and you can ask questions. So I can give the chance you to ask the questions, right? So if any questions, you can ask. Even you can send messages to us. Okay. Right. Now we will move to the paper. So this is the paper we are going to discuss today. Right. You can see this is the paper. So first question, you can see that the first questions we have done in, I think, most of the papers. Still, if you cannot do that first equations, that means you haven't gained the concepts properly. So that means a trouble with you, right? If you attend from the paper 1 onwards, right, we saw that lot of uh, lot of questions given from the first approximation, right? So don't do the same mistakes again and again. That is not the learning, right? So if you have learned the first time, you may get incorrect answers, but later on you have to improve it. Okay. Right now we will move to the first question. See that the first question says select and underline the first approximation of root 21. So those who didn't complete, right, then I will ask the questions. Right now you can see how to deal this square root 21. So now you can take the lower perfect square for 21 and the upper perfect square of 21. So what is the lower one? Here you can see the lower perfect square is 16. Okay, then upper perfect square is 25. Okay, then take that terminal and get the square root here because both are having the square root. So what is the square root of 16? That is 4. Square root 25 is 5. Okay, now check the gap here. The difference between 16 and 21, that gives you 5 gaps. And here you have the 4 gaps. 5 gaps, 4 gaps. Now you can see that these are approximately equal. Here 4 gaps, here 5 gaps. So the gap is approximately similar to the both 4 and 5. That means you feel that that would be exactly this around exactly the half of 4 and 5. So that deals like 4.5. But you have a doubt. Sometimes it may be bit closer to 5. Why? Bit closer to towards the 5 from 4.5. Why the reason? Here bit 1 gap plus rather than here. But approximately they are equal. But here 1 gap is near to here. Right. I think now it's okay. Fine. Right. Okay, right. So last digit ending 5, you can take the square at once. How you take it? That is a trick. 5 square is 25. You write 5 square at the end 25. Then 4 is the first number. 4 multiplied is 1 after the 4. 4 into 5, 20. So 2025. If you have 35 square, 5 square, 25 at last, then 3 is the number. The number after the 3 is 4. Then 3 into 4, 12. So 1225. If you have 55 squared, how to take? At once, 25. Then 5 into 6, 30. So 3025. So use that tricks because the time would be saving here. Okay, right. Now here 20.25. Now you can see that 21 they are here 20.25 bit less than 21. So how much the lesser value? It is like 0.75. 25 to 100, 75. Imagine that is 0.75. Now here, further you have to check after that to 4.6. Why? Because here lesser than 21, there may be a value near to that. We will check with 4.6. 6 into 6, 36, 3 remaining, 27, right, 18. Now you can see, right, 21.16. Now check here 0.75 less, but here 0.16 more. 75, 16 in that way compare. 75 less and 16 more. So the numerically, what is the lower value? That is 16. Okay. So that means you select this value. This belongs to 4.6. Right. Hands up those who got the answer. 4.6 here. Right. So those who didn't get it, right, do this one, use the CR book. In the CR book, you have to redo the incorrect questions. Huh? Follow this instruction. If you follow this, exactly you can score solid day. Huh? Right. If you did the mistakes there, again do at home this question. Okay, now it is done. Now we move to the second question. The second question, write the quadratic expressions as a perfect square. So part 2, x squared minus 3x plus 2. Right. So did you do this question? Those who completed, send me your answer for the second question. So x squared minus 3x plus 2 as a perfect square. What was the answers? X squared minus 3x plus 2. Here the question, right, should be the factorized. Oh, it is mistakes. Here these cannot be written as a perfect square. But if you write as a perfect square, there may be some additional subtractions terms. Without that, you cannot write as a perfect square. Right? Perfect square means what? If you shall write this as a something's perfect this square, but here you cannot write it. If you write here, it may be having some things apart from that, addition or subtraction, something would be there to make it. Okay, so that means you cannot keep as so purely this part, but without this addition or subtraction any terms. So here I prefer factorize the equation to be changed as factorize. Otherwise, here you have some additional subtraction part. Okay. Now we will factorize it as a trinomial quadratic expression. How to factorize? Here plus 2 multiply with x squared, then plus 2x squared, then c with the product it shall give plus 2, and with the sum of the two it gives you negative 3x. So to have a product plus positive and the sum negative, both multiplication shall be negative. That's our argument. Okay, right. So our argument is that one. Yes, you answer okay, huh? Right. So then our argument both shall be negative, 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 positive, negative addition, negative. Then 2 is built up with 2x into 1x. That's only the way. Now check the both conditions. Product positive, sum negative 3x. Now you can write x squared minus 2x minus 1x plus 2. Right. Then keep the common factors here. Take x out, x minus 2. Here take minus 1 out. Then x minus 2. Then you write it as the common factor x minus 2 into x minus 1. Okay, so this is the second question. This is the factorizing. Okay, now we move to the question number 3. Find the simple interest that has to be paid 1 year on a loan 20,000 borrowed at an annual simple interest rate of 15%. So annual simple interest rate 15%. That means if you borrow 100 rupees at end of a year, right, you have to pay interest 15 rupees. That's the definition. If loan is 100, at end of 1 year, you pay 15 rupees. If that's so, just multiply with the loan 20,000. Okay. Then two zeros been cancelled. Then 15 into 2, 30. And two zeros there. So rupees 3,000. Rupees 3,000. Okay. That is the interest per year. Right. Note it down. Then we are moving to the question number 4. Select and write down the pair of congruent triangle from the given triangle. Right. See there, I will share the screen with you. Now, whenever this type of questions there are, my advice, you have to mark the not given angle first. Not given angle first. How to mark it? Here 60, 70 there. So mark the angle here, not given. With use of the geometry, the angle sum is add up to 180. So 60, 70 becomes 130. So here that is 50 degree. Okay, 50 degree there. So here 50 there, only 50. Here 60, 40 there, then 100. So that means here becomes 80 degree. 80 degree. Okay. Now, in which case you refer, you can refer because two sides equal given. If you refer that case, two sides and angle dealing with SAS. So what is the specialty here? The angle to be intermediate. Angle to be intermediate. So check here. Two sides equal, intermediate angle 50. So here also two side equal and intermediate 50. Intermediate, both are intermediate. So you can refer the ABC triangle congruent with PQR triangle. What is the case reference? SAS, side angle side. But you cannot refer this case, right? Why? The angle is intermediate angle 60. But here, not the intermediate angle is 60. Okay, right. Some students think that with the given shape and with the given position, right, they can identify the congruency. No, with the position we cannot identify. Follow the exact cases there. So the case here says the important here is the angle to be the intermediate angle. Okay, it is there 50-50. You found it, and that's the case. Okay, now we move to question number 5. See, they are simplify 1 upon 2x. So they are 1 upon 2x plus 1 upon, sorry. Here 4 upon 4x given, but it is type in issue, because you know that this type of simplification is not given. Why? Because in the questions there is a simplification. Four cancelled out. It becomes as 1 upon x. So this type of questions not given. Okay, right. However, I will do that accordingly, because you may have done accordingly, right? So I will put the question as it is. So here, right here, x is there, x is there. You can simplify even this 4 1, this 4 1, then 1 upon 2x plus 1 upon x. Okay, then here x, here 2x, the denominators are not same, make the same denominator. The math concept is, then the denominators are not same, right? Keep the same denominators. Okay, so here 2x there, so you multiply by 2 and make the denominator same. So here 1 upon 2x plus here 2 upon 2x. Okay, now the denominator same, 2x, right? Add the numerator, 1 plus 2 becomes 3. Okay, if you didn't simplify this one, and then you can make 2x to the 4x by multiplying 2, that's also acceptable. Okay, question number 6 now we are dealing. According to the information given in the figure, name two equal sides of the triangle. So with use of the angle, how to check the equal sides? To check the equal sides, you need to check the angle. If two angles are equal, remember, if two angles are equal, their opposite sides are equal. That's the logic behind that. So if it is 110, you can find this angle 70, because these two add up to 180. Okay, with use of these two and this, you can find out this angle 70 plus 40, 110. Then here also 70. Okay, how these three add up to 180. So now you can see that's two angles equal. Then which sides are equal? Remember that if two angles equal, their opposite sides are equal. This is how you choose the opposite, right? Imagine this is a bulb, right? Then the light is reflect to this side. That means BC equal. If this is the light, this is the angle, this is reflect to this side. So that is AB. So the sides are BC equal AB. Students win because if they do not know exactly the which side equal, but they know that 77, sometimes they mention AB and AC because they have seen the equal side as that is. But you have to logically think which sides to be equal, right? Um, don't take the view that we have seen in the fiction, but take the concept how to select the opposite side. So that means the opposite sides are AB, the other one the BC. BC and AB shall be the equal sides. Okay. Now we are moving to question number 7. Question number 7 related to the it took 8 minutes, right? So we know that the min days question, right? Min days. So you multiply min and days to see the amount of task. So 8 min, right? How many days? 5 days to complete a certain task. So the task is measured by min days. So how many min days is there? 8 into 5, 40 min days. Okay. So 8 into 5, it gives you 40 min days. Right? I tried shortly, 40 m days. How many minutes are required to complete the task in 4 days? Now, this is the amount of task. Whenever the man given, just divide by min to find the days. If the days given, divide by the days to find the minutes. So they are asking the task to complete in 4 days. Just divide by 4 days. So days cancelled. Then 40 divided by 4, that means 10 minutes are required to do the work. 10 minutes. Okay, write it down. So here, what is the concept? The concepts තමයි ගන්න ඕනේ theory parts ටික පුතා. Right. So the හැම විටම ගානක උත්සාහ කරන්න මොකක්ද මේ ගාන ඇතුලේ තිබුණු concept එක. Right. So what is the concept here? Right. The concept was to measure the amount of tasks to require the mean days. Right. Mean into days multiplication and take the mean days. Right. Then when the other quantities like days or means given, divide by it, then the balance part is given. Now we move to the question. Right, question number 8. See there, question number 8. Now find the solution of the quadratic equation x minus 5 into x plus 7 equals 0. Now this is a quadratic equation, Puta. To find the value of x, right, quadratic to be solved, right? How to solve a quadratic equation in paper 1? In paper 1, you have the fractions which are factorized. Not factorizing fractions is not given in the paper 1. So that is given in paper 2. So for factorizing fractions, you have to factorize the quadratic equation. Right? And සමහරුන්ට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ මේක factorize කරලා කියලා. සමහර මොකද කරන්නේ? මේක remove කරනවා brackets, right? remove කරලා expression එක ගන්නවා. ආයෙ factorize කරලා සෑහෙන ගේමක් දුන්න ගන්නට කියලා ආයෙ මේකම ගන්නවා. තිබිච්ච ගානම ආයෙ ගන්නවා. ඔව් පුතා එහෙම කරනවා. ඉතින් මොකද්ද තේරුම? ඒ කියන්නේ අර ගිරව් වගේ machines වගේ ගණන් හදනවා. හදලා concepts නැහැ. එහෙමත් ඒ ගන්නවා. ඒ පාස් කරන්න ඕන තරම් මම දැකලා තියෙනවා. එහෙම දැන් අප machines වගේ කරලා උරුව ගණන් උඩ ගාන බලාගෙන හදලා උරුව. concept එක නැහැ. හරි. එහෙම වුණාම A level maths වගේ කරන්න ගියපුවාම කඩාගෙනම වැටෙනවා. සමහර ඉන්නවා maths O level A අරන් බලන evaluations. O level maths A හැබැයි A level F, right. A9 ස්ථාපු ළමයි ඉන්නවා A level maths කරලා F all subjects F. Right. ඒ හේතුව තමයි සමහරු concepts හදාගන්න නිසා හැමෝම උතර මතක තියාගන්න. Right. concepts හදාගන්න. concept කියන්නේ ගාන මෙහිම වෙන්නේ ඇයි කියන එක හිතන්න හැම්බෙලේ. Right. logically. මොකද්ද මේ solutions කියන්නේ? කොහොමද මේක ගන්නෙ? මොනවද මේකෙන් වෙන්නේ? කෙනෙක් පොඩ්ඩක් හැම විටම ආගියු කරන්නේ. නිකන් ගාන හදුවා උත්තරේ ගත්තා වගේ නෙමෙයි. එතකොට maths බැරි වෙන්නේ නැහැ කවදාවත්. ගාන ඕන තරම් වෙනස් කරත් ඔය පුළුවන්. If the question is varied from one to other, you can catch up with basically identify the theorems. Okay, now what happened here? This is a quadratic, right? In a quadratic, our purpose is to make a product equal 0. Now check whether it is a product or not. Yes, in between these brackets there is a product, so 1 into other became 0. So in maths, if two product equal 0 means, this is the logic behind this equation. If two product equal 0 means 1 to be equal 0, either 1 or both to be equal 0. So here that we do not know whether this factor equals 0 or this factor equals 0. That's the first step of equation. Your argument, we do not know to make this statement correct, makes this equation correct, 1 to be 0, x minus 5 equals 0, or we do not know, oh, that's why the wording, oh, x plus 7 equals 0. Sometimes the both may equal 0. But our requirement either 1 to be equal 0 at least. So now here like a linear equation, simple equation, subject x, so x equal positive 5, and here x equal, bring the plus 7 to the other side, negative 7. So that are the solution. So what are the solutions means which the equation satisfy, which this equation satisfy, which the left side equals 0 x values. You can just substitute x5 there. What happened? 5 minus 5 becomes 0. This part 0. Then whatever part here 0 something multiplication gives you the 0. That are the solution. Okay, right. Now we move to the question number 9. Without the given information, what is the another condition that should be satisfied to become the quadrilateral PQRS parallelogram? Right, without the given condition. So here one condition given, right? Can you tell me your answers who completed it one? Here there may be two answers. So one condition given, this SR equal PQ, right? Two opposite sides equal. Okay. So they are asking what would be the balance condition to become this is a parallelogram. What are your answers? So one pair of opposite sides equal in length. So if this is R parallel to PQ, just we considered one pair only. In the one pair that is parallel as well as equal, then this is a parallelogram. Okay, not to be all the sides parallel under this condition, just one pair equal and parallel. That is most applicable case that to prove a quadrilateral as a parallelogram. So what is the condition? Then you have to satisfy one condition. SR parallel to PQ because one is given SR equal PQ. So this is the case to become a parallelogram. Okay, that is given, one thing given, right? You have to make the other thing, right? Right. Okay. So what is the other condition? So this is the one condition, SR parallel PQ. So this is not given. If these two sides equal, the other conditions, these two equal, then what is the condition? The opposite sides are equal. If these two equal as well as these two equal, then that is also a parallelogram. The PS equal QR, the other condition, right? If you've written this one okay or this one okay, both are okay, but not to mention both, right? One is sufficient. Okay, so under which conditions it is given? It is given by the opposite pair is equal and parallel, right? The other one, opposite sides are parallel. Okay. Right now, move to the question number 10. Question number 10, this is a uh, sector. See there, this is a sector with 45 degrees, and here the radius is 56 meters centimeters. So what they are asking here, right? Find the arc length of the given sector. Arc length. Arc length is this length, right, to be given. We know that the full circle arc length is C equal to 5R. That is the full circle arc length. So this is mentioned as 45 degree. So we know that C equal theta upon, theta means 45 upon 360 into 25R. 25R. 5 is 20 upon 7 into R is 56 meters. Right, centimeters. So this is the substitution. Okay. So for that, this indicates from a full circle, how much is the portion, right? Full circle is 360, this is 45. So you know that in O-level paper, first paper, you may have only three sectors only. What are they? As mentioned previously, right? Semicircle, right, with 180 sector, sector angle, the other one 90-degree sector, and the other one 45-degree sector only in the first paper as per this essential learning concept. Okay. Then you can simplify here. 45 upon 360 mean 18. 45, 1, 45, 8. 18 into 25R. 25R 56. So 7178, 8181. Then 2 into 22, 44 centimeters. Okay. That's the arc length. They ask in the arc length, right? If they ask the perimeter, then arc length plus this radius plus this radius. So arc length plus 2 radius to be given because the shape to be enclosed. Okay, right. So now we move to the question number 11. So as I mentioned, we have done this type of questions more. Right now, to convert to the logarithm format, 2 to the power 7 equal 128. So how to convert to the logarithm format? So this is the base and this is the answer. Okay, this is the index. So you take the right side where the base is not located, you take the logarithm of the right side where the base is not located side. So here the base side, you take the other side's logarithm of 128, but to make a logarithm you should have a base. So you bring this base 2 as the base of the logarithm. That's the concept. You bring this base as 2, then what happened here? Base taken, here 7 isolated. So now you can write 7 equal logarithm of 128 to the base 2. So as when I write it on the top, this is the answer. Right, logarithm of 128 to the base 2 equal 7. Right, this is the question. Right, now I write the question number where they are. They are. Find the BAC in terms of x and y. This is a geometric equation. How many geometric equations are there in the paper? We have 8 questions in the first paper. That's the majority. Then we have the uh, algebra, right? 6 questions like measurements 4, numbers 4. Okay, there is a composition of the paper, the question, right? This is the question given, but they're asking BAC, BAC, right, in terms of x and y. So how to take that one? Here x they are, then these two sides equal as I mentioned, then the opposite angles to the equal sides are equal. So here opposite angle to the equal side is x. So here also x, because the sides equal, then opposite angles equal. Then move to this triangle, this is y, then this is also y. Okay, now what they are asking, BAC is the total angle. That means x and y, they are BAC equal x plus y. The angle is x plus y degrees. Okay, and question number 13. Right, find LCM, right, as I previously did. Find LCM of 6xy and 12, 6xy, the other one 12x squared. So how to find the LCM? I have introduced you a very short method, right, which you can catch up the answer clearly. How to do it one? Those who didn't complete, see there, right? So numeric algebraic terms being separated. So numeric is 6, okay, then xy. So separated x terms, y terms, xy. Then write 12 under the numeric 12, and then similar terms align into that x squared. Okay, then now you can check. Okay, now 6 and 12 is there. So out of that, what is the LCM? How to check that one? Take the bigger one out of the number 6 and 12, take the bigger one and check whether the smaller one can convert to 12 with multiplication. 16 are there to 12? Yes, 6 into 2, 12. So what is the LCM of these? 2 is 12. Okay, then take the similar terms maximum power x squared and take similar terms power y. So what is the answer? 12x squared y. 12x squared y. Right. Hands up those who got the answer. So we have done this type of questions mostly. Okay. Right. Well done. So if you follow that separating into the prime numbers product and finding, no problem, right? But if you get incorrect answer of that, follow this method. So if you are in trouble to do that, follow this method. Now this is the right quadrilateral A B C D ABCD, and here it is E, and then here 120 degrees. So what they are asking, find the magnitude of CDE of the parallelogram ABCD. They are mentioning that this is a parallelogram. So these are parallel and these are parallel. Okay. So in a parallelogram, a main feature is their opposite angles are equal. So 120 is opposite to here, right? Some students think that this opposite to here. No, imagine that is a light, flash a light that 120 degree. This is the light. So where the light reflect directly to this side, not here. The light is reflecting here, right? So this would be the angle equal to that. Understand? So if this is the angle, then this is the opposite to that. These two are the opposite. Okay, here 120, here also 120. But they're asking CDE, this angle, you know, these are the adjacent angles on a straight line. Then from 180, subtracts this 120, then that gives you 60 degree. Okay, mark this information in the diagram itself. So the examiner knows that the students knows that the opposite angles equal, then he knows that the adjacent angles add up to 180 of the straight line. Right. Now we move to the question number 15. See there, that is also a geometric equations, question number 15. So now you can see this is the triangle. Okay, then this is the extended side, and here these two angles are equal, and here it becomes 100 degrees. What they're asking, according to the given information, find the magnitude of QPR. QPR, right? So they are asking this angle. Okay, now you know that if I mark here, this is 100, then this is the inside angle, this is a straight line, then these two add up to 180, so this is 80 degrees. Okay, now these two sides equal, then opposite angle to that side are equal. So if this is 80, this is 80. Okay, if two sides equal, the opposite angles equal. That's the theorem. Now you can see the triangle, interior angle sum. So this is 80, 80. How to find this one? 80, 80, 160, and this is 20 degree. Okay, 88, 160. So the balance is 20. You write QPR angle equal 20 degree, right? So you can mark these and better write steps. Imagine you write this step QPR angle plus. Here mark in the diagram itself these 280. 80 plus 80 degree, that equal to the 180. Then subject QPR as right from 180, subtracts the sum of these two 160 and take the answer here. Right, that is step. Okay, better. But mark these informations in the diagram itself, then that will be the your steps to reach the answer. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 16. There. Extreme angle to find. Yes, extreme angle theorem also applicable. Right, how it happened? Here 80, 100, then interior is 80. Interior is 80, and this is 80. Then you can see this exterior equal interior opposite sum, these two sums. Then from 100 subtract this 80, then 20 given. Can follow that exterior angle theorem also. No problem. Okay, mark the correct corrections there. Now we are moving to the question number 16. That is a very simple equation. Simple equation. 2x minus 5 equals 17 Okay, now how to subject x. So here, first eliminate minus 5 with plus 5. So you bring plus 5 to the both the sides. Then 2x equals 17 plus 5, 22. Just divide by 2 both the sides. 2 cancelled. So x equal 11. Okay, that is very simple. Linear equation, simple equation. Right, the tank, the 17. Right, now the question number 17. See there. The tank is filled by using a pump through which water flows at a uniform rate 50 liters per minute. Have you write the rate 50 liters per minute means minutes minus 1. Minutes minus 1. 50 liters per minute. Right. If the capacity of the tanks, the capacity given, this is we call the rate, then the capacity given 2000 liters. Okay, then they're asking how many time will it take to fill the tanks completely. So we have a formula. If you like, because some students like to the formula, even we are telling that the logical methods, but they do not like. For them, this is the equation: rate equal the capacity, the changing of the volume, what we call, but as per this equation, capacity over the time. So what they are asking here, the time taken. So time subject, time equal, right, capacity over rate, capacity over rate. Right, what is the capacity here? 2000 liters. 2000 liters divided by the rate. Rate is 50 liter per minute. So 50 liter per minute. Minutes minus 1. Per minute means minus 1 power. Now simplify this. The time is subjected. Then liter cancelled. 0 cancelled. 200 divided by 5. That is 40. Minutes minus 1 goes to the up with minutes plus 1. That means the unit minutes. Okay, that is the time. So what you need to remember here, write the formula. Rate equal the change in the volume of the time, right? Just rate equal capacity over time, no problem. Then you subject the time, just capacity divided by the rate. But with the, so that is totally correct. Okay, fine. But with the understanding also you can do it. The rate says that to fill 50 liter of volume, it takes 1 minute. Minutes per 50 liter means to fill 50 liter, it takes 1 minute. So to fill 2000 liters, how many minutes is it take? So you can argue this way: 50 liter to complete fill 50 liter, it takes 1 minute. If that's so, right, to completely fill 2000 liter, how much time taken? You can simplify, right? So cancel, then 40 minutes. Okay, with the basis, the logic you can build up it. Okay, both are okay. Right. Draganku, like without a proper applications, without proper practice in maths, right, it is difficult to score a pass. Remember that. Some students think that if they know the theories, they can do the so make us A. But you know that in this year, right, there is a rare, not major is taking the A pass. Some are having B passes, right? So remember, if you sometimes you when you learn the subject content, you can do it, but when the time is elapsed, you cannot gather the previous knowledge and you do not know how to apply to the equation to the equations, the theory applied to the equation. So this is the paper class, right? You can apply every week the theory parts to the questions. So if you do honestly the paper and if you are participating and doing it nicely, as I mentioned, making a CR book and making corrections and writing by red pen the incorrect questions again. So too early, right? So we have around approximately 1 year and few months. You know that your exam would be in 2025, that means next year, December, right? Because now they are rescheduling to the December. So that means we have 1 year and 2 months, like that period, right? Not much period. And so if you can face all the, write all the papers here, right? When we are dealing, we are continuing to this, the O-level exam, that we will be in a better position, right? You can do a question. You know that the same questions being repeated, the same concepts is applicable, right? So do honestly, right? And everyone, right? Try to be in the live session, not to see the recordings, right? If you do it nicely, then sure solid days there. Okay, right. Question number 18. Um, Solve the following pair of simultaneous equations and find the value of x. So they are asking the value of x. So this is a short question, right? In paper one questions. Why they have given this type of questions in paper one? Even they are asking the x. So to find x, your argument shall be right. Eliminate the y. So to subject x, you have to eliminate y. Okay, then how to eliminate y? The y coefficient should be equal to eliminate and then see whether they are equal in signs or not. Okay, so now you can see here minus y and plus y, they are 1y minus and plus. So the coefficient equal and the signs differ. So in that case, what is the most efficient way to eliminate y? Just add. When y cancel, then you can subject x. So you add 1 to 2, then left hand side of here 2x minus y plus with here left hand side 3x plus y equal the right hand side addition 1 plus 9. So now you can see minus y plus y cancelled, 2x plus 3x 5x equal 1 plus 9 10. 5x equal 10, just divide by 5 both the sides. 5 cancelled, then x equal 10 divide by 5 2. 10 divide by 5 2. Okay, understand? So some students will think to subject y first. No, subject x directly because they are asking x value only. No need to write substituting x and find y. Just give the value of x. Then write the shaded region using set notation. Right, this is A and B sets. Okay, and this outside region being shaded. So outside region being shaded except A and B both. A and B, right? All the region A and B means A plus B, all the region, but except that. So what is the indicating A and B, all the region, A union B, right? If I shade these two sets, that is A union B, but except that. So except that means the complement, right? This is the answer. If you do not put the bracket, that is incorrect. Here A union B should be there and complement should be there. If you write this way, that means a different region, right? The bracket can appear, impact, harm to the answer. So this is wrong. The bracket should be there. Okay. So the answer is A union B complement. Now we move to the question number 20. See there. Suddenly, Nimal, who kept 3/8 of his salary as the rest of the hand, right, balance, had to spend 1/3 of it after that. What fraction of the whole salary remained to him? Right, he had 3/8 with him. Okay, from 3/8, 1/3 is spent. Very short, very nice way I will take you. 1/3 of How much? This is the money with him. One third of it is spent. So this is the spent part. One third is spent of 3/8. Right. Then the remaining part is what? So this was the remaining of that one third is spent. So that means from this, how much remaining? Two-third remaining. Directly you can take 3/8 of remaining what? From 3, one part is spent, then 3, two parts remain. Can directly apply that. So of mean in maths multiplications 3 1 3 1, then 2 1 2 4. So that means from total salary 1/4 remaining. The other way is from 138, find out how much the one third. Just multiply these two. Then 1/8 is spent of what? 3/8. Then 3/8 subtract 1/8. Then you see the same answer. However, if you get the answer, there is no issue. Okay. Now we are at question number 21. See there. Question number 21. Factorize 4x squared, right, plus 2x plus 6x plus 3. So this is quadratic expressions. You have four terms. No common factors for four terms. Then you check 2 by 2 whether having common factors. Yes. Here 4 2 by numerically 2 common, x squared x common. Taken out 2x, then to become 4 2 become x squared x plus 2x taken out, then here 1 there. Here plus you taken 3 and 6, 3 taken out, then 2x plus 3 taken out, then 1 there. So what is the common factor here? 2x plus 1 common there, and here remaining 2x, and here remaining plus 3. 2x plus 1 into 2x plus 3. Okay, 21 done. Now we move to the 22. Okay, now ABCD, that is a parallelogram. Okay, and you can see this is the diagonal. Okay, if the area of the triangle ABD, which is given in the figure, is 12 square centimeter, this area is 12 square centimeter, then what they are asking, find the area of the parallelogram ABCD. So the area of the parallelogram asking. So what is the logic behind that? Of the area of the parallelogram is bisected through the diagonals. So this is the diagonal. So this is equally shared the area. So if this is 12, so here also 12 square centimeters. That's the logic. By diagonal, the area is bisected, equally being divided. So if this is 12, 12, then ABCD area is twice of 12 square centimeters. Twice of 12 square centimeter. That's the 24 square centimeters. Right. Then now we move to the question number 23. Right. Find the gradient of the straight line which passes through the point 0, 5. Right. There are 2 points, 0, 5. The other point is 2, 13. 2, 13. Okay. Now they are asking to find the gradient here. Okay. Now I will show you how to find the gradient. Right. So to find the gradient, we require 2 points. We require 2 points, right? This is the 2 points given. So gradient given by y coordinate difference over x coordinate difference. Y upon x, y difference over x difference. You have to check what is the y here. The second coordinate is the y. Here, y is the second coordinate. So take into a certain direction here to here, y difference. So y difference is, right, 13 subtract 5 divide by x difference. What is the x difference? 2 subtract 0. 2 subtract 0. So 13 subtract 5 means 8 upon 2. 8 upon 2 means 4. That is the gradient. That is the gradient. So if I ask further questions, uh, I ask further questions. See this further question. How to find the intercept? You can make a message to me. What is the intercept of this straight line? How this straight intercepted? Right. Send me the intercept, everyone. Intercept here. Right. Okay, well done. Okay, well done. So how to find the intercept, Puta? As per the given coordinates, learn additionally. 0 comma coordinate is there. 0 comma something, that something is the intercept. So what is the something? 5. So this is the intercept, because in some questions they ask the finding the equation of the straight line, but here not asked in the equation, right? How you found it? Intercept is the point where it cut the y-axis, right? The graph cut the y-axis. So at y-axis cutting point, all the times the x-coordinate 0. All the time the x-coordinate 0. So where a graph passing where x-coordinate 0 means that's the y cutting point. Understand? Where a graph is passing through any coordinate like 0 comma something, whatever, 0 comma point, its coordinate 0 point means that the intercept coordinate. So this is the intercept value. So here 2 comma 13 we cannot take. Here 0 comma 5, 5 is the intercept. Catch up. Right now, how to write? If they ask write in the equation y equal mx plus c, for m you substitute 4, right? Then x plus c, intercept c is 5. If they further ask the equation of this straight line, that shall be the y equal 4x plus 5. Okay, these are additional thing you can write down if you do not know how to find the intercept with use of the given coordinate. But all the times, if 0 comma coordinate not given, you cannot find the intercept by looking into the coordinate. We have another method. We can substitute a given coordinate and find out the intercept. But here we can directly find out uh, the values. Okay, now we move to the next question. '24. If Kamal uses 6 hours for his studies, like you, Kamal study, Kamal use 6 hours. Tell me how many hours you are working self study now. Self study. How many hours you work per day by yourself, not the class attending time, huh? Your time, your working time. Send me a message, huh? I will check. So Kamal uses 6 hours for his studies. Find the angle at the center of the sector, which denoted in the pie charts. So in the pie charts, right, how it will indicate the angle, how much the angle allocation. So in a pie chart, the total is the 360 degree. From that, how much the allocation. So here in this scenario, the working hours given, then we have to take what is the like the universal set of this time. The universal set means per day they are saying that 6 hours. So the total hours from a day is 24. Total hours of a day is 24 hours. So from 24 hours, right, he allocate who study 6 hours, right? දැන් අපි බලන්න ඕනේ මේ circle එකේ allocation එක කොච්චරද? From 24 hours, the allocation 6 hour. If that's so, from 360 degree, how much? 24, 6, then 360, how much? 6, 1, 6, 4. So 4, 1, 4, 90 degrees. So 90 degree, that means the within the whole time period of a day, 90 degree means one fourth exactly for the uh, studies. Right now we move to the last question. Okay. Right. Last question we are moving 25. See there. Here we have a circle and this is the center. Check there. So here O and here 110 and here A. So now you can see these two sides equal, right? According to the information given in the following figure, find the value of A. O is the center of the circle. Now you can see that here, right, a radius you can see, right, when you see the radius, right, make they are equal in length. So these two equal, that means the opposite angle to that are equal. Here A, here also A. Okay, now check the sum of these interior angles is add up to 180. You can add up these three and equal to 180. So A plus 110 equal 180 degree. So A plus A, 2A plus 110 equal 180 degree. So 2A equal 180 degree, subtract 110. So 2A equal 70 degree. Then divide by 2 both the sides, 2 cancelled, then A equal 35 degrees, equal 35 degrees. Right. Okay, complete it. Right. Send me how much you got from 50. How many marks you got from 50? How much? 48, 47. Good. Okay. What about others? 44, 46, 36. No problem. We can enhance. Huh? Right. Don't be afraid, right? I will be here to enhance your mark, right? Work as I mentioned only, right? You have to work as I mentioned, uh, then you will be okay, right? හොඳට කන් ඇහෙනවා නම්, right? හොඳට පෙනීම තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාලා හැමෝටම පුළුවන්, right? මේ ටික ගොඩ දාගන්න. මොන මට්ටමේ හිටියත් අනිවාර්යෙන් හොඳ solid එකකට යන්න පුළුවන්. එකම දේ තමයි සමහරු ගානක් දැක්කහම ඒක හිතන්න කම්මැලි. අද කාලේ ලොකුම ඉෂුව එක ඒකයි. ගානක් දැක්ක ගමන් පොඩ්ඩක් අපහසු නම් ඒක මට බෑ, ඒක හිතන්න අමාරුයි, ඒක බැරි ගණන් කියලා තමන් ගොළුවට දාගෙන ඒකට අයින් වෙන. එතනින්ම අයින් වෙන. ඒකයි අවුල තියෙන්නේ. දැන් අපිට උනත් සමහර ගණන් දැක්කහම එකපාරම ඔළුවට එන්නේ නැති අවස්ථා තියෙනවා. ඒ වුණාට අපි ඒක අතාරින්න නැතුව හිතන්න ගත්තාම තමයි ඒක දිගටම ප්‍රගුණ වෙන්නේ. මම කියන්නේ මැත්ස් වලත් කෙනෙක්ට මැත්ස් පුළුවන් වේද? එයා අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ගණන් හදනවා. ගණන් වල යෙදෙන්නම ඕනේ. මේක ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්නම ඕනේ concept එක හරියට දාගෙන. නිසා ඔයාලට මොකද්ද maths පුළුවන් වෙන රහස? right හැමෝම මේ දෙන papers ටික අනිවාර්යෙන් කරන්න. මම කියන ලකුණු 10ද 15ද කමක් නැහැ ගන්නෙ. ඒක මුල් paper එකේ ලකුණු 12යි 15යි. හැබැයි වැරදි ටික ආයෙ පිළිවෙලට හැදුවා. right ඊළඟ paper එකට යද්දි පේනවා Tamanට වර්ධින දැන් first approximation ආයෙ ගානක් යද්දි වැරදුන්නේ නැහැ මේ පාර. අන්න සතුටක් එනවා මම මේක gain කරගත්තා paper class එක තුල. ඊළඟ දවසට යද්දි ආයෙත් මට මේකත් වර්ධුණා කලින් දැන් හැබැයි මේක වර්ධින්නේ නැහැ. කොහොම ඔය රතු පොත යනකොට ඔයාට පේනවා ඉස්සරහට මගේ එන්න මට ලියන්න ඕන ප්‍රමාණයක් නැහැ. අවසානට යද්දි මගේ ඔක්කොම හරියනවා. මට ආයෙ ලියන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. අන්න ඒ තැනට එන්න. දැන් ඒක වැය කරන්න මේක ලියලා හදාගන්න. හරි? මේක හරියටම කරොත් sure and short. මට අදත් මගේ ෆිසිකලි ක්ලාස් එකක ළමයි කියලා කතා කරලා ගියා. සර්ගේ පේපර් ක්ලාස් එක නිසා තමයි සර් මැත්ස් ගොඩ ගියේ පුදුම විශ්වාසකින් පේපර් එක ලිව්වේ. එන අලුත් බවක් අපිට දැනුනේ නෑ විභාගෙට. දැන් මේකෙත් පේපර් 11ක් ලියපු ළමයි ඉඳලා නම් පොඩ්ඩක් දැනනවනේ. ඒක ටීම් වෙනවා කියලා. එහෙම වෙනවා හරියටම කරොත්. ඒ නිසා එහෙම කරන්න සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මම පේපර් එක අප්ලෝඩ් කරනවා ඉදාම රෑ. ඒක නිසා ඒක ඉදාම සතියෙම අරගෙන ඒක හරියටම ඩෙවලොප් කරන්න. වැඩ කරන්න ආසාවෙන්. ප්‍රතිඵල එන දවසේ හොඳ රිසල්ට් එකක් අටැල්ලා කියන්න පුළුවන් මට්ටමට ගේන්න. right ඉදාර තමන් විතරයි තමන්ගේ රිසල්ට් එක කියලා මේ කියාගන්න ඉන්නේ තමයි. නිසා මේ ඒකට දැන් ඉඳලම හොඳ අදිෂ්ඨානයක් ආසාවක් පොඩි proud බවක් ඇති කරගන්න. okay right now we move to the part B questions. Right, we have 5 questions, not much harder questions. See there, I share you the screen. See, 3/4 of a household water tank was filled with water, right? So this is the water tank. We have 3/4 of it when I divide into 4 parts, right? 3/4 is filled with water, right? Then when the water was used up, 1/2 of the tank was remaining. Then 1/2 remain at utilize the water, right? Then that is my sketch. What fraction of the whole tank was the used water? So how to take the used water? So at the beginning, we had, see there, beginning we had 3/4 water level, right? Now it is 1/2. So that the remaining part, how to find the used part? From the beginning part, subtract the remaining part. Beginning part this much, remain part this much. So how to find the utilized water? Subtract these two fractions. Denominator not same, make the denominator same, multiply by 2. Then 3 upon 4 subtracts 2 upon 4. Okay, then 4 denominator same, 3 subtract 2, that is 1. So 1/4 is there. Okay, so you have the marks given, I think. The marks are mentioned there. Marks is 3 marks there. Okay. Okay, part 2. So 1/4 is used. If the amount of used water is 500 liters, find the capacity of the tank. So used water as a fraction 1/4. Okay, as a fraction 1/4, that is equivalent to liter wise, that is 500 liters. So that means 1/4 of a tank is 500 liters. The total capacity means the full tank volume, right? So 1/4 part 500 liters. So such how many parts there? 4 parts there in a tank, right? Parts 1 parts of total 4 is 500 liters. Such 4 parts are there. So the capacity gives you, right? Just multiply this 500 liters by such 4 parts there. Okay, that means 2000 liters. That's the capacity. Okay, for that parts you have 2 marks. In part 3, find the amount of remained water in the tanks in liter. So the remained water we calculate 1/4 of the capacity. So what is the capacity now? 2000 liter. 1/4 of it used, right? Then what is the remain? They asking the remain. So amount of remained water in the tank. Remained how much? 1/2 is remained of the capacity. So this is the capacity. 1/2 of that capacity 2000 liters is remain. One half of 2000 is 1000 liters, right? So that is the remain water in the tank, that is 2 marks. Okay, then part 4. If a pipe which flows water flows at a uniform rate took 20 minutes to fill the tank completely. Tank completely means what? To fill the 2000 liters, right? It takes how much times? It takes 20 minutes. Full capacity means 2000 liters. But then they ask, how long will it take to fill the amount of water which is equal to the amount of used water to the tank. So what is the used fraction? One fourth is the used fraction. Then you will find out the used volume. Used volume. Right. ඒක තව විදිහකටත් පුළුවන් හිතන්න. Right. ක්‍රම ගොඩාක් තියෙනවා. So the used volume is how much? Used volume is one fourth is the fraction wise, one fourth of what is the capacity here? 2000 liters. Then that is 500 liter, right? So the used volume 500 liters. What is the time taken? Now compare. To fill the 2000 liter, it takes 20 minutes. Then 500 liter is how much? One fourth of it. Then time also one fourth of it. One fourth of 20 minutes. That is 5 minutes. So in the tank wise also, full tank timing is 20 minutes. Now used volume is one fourth of it. One fourth of it to fill from the full tank 20 minutes. One fourth filling is 20 minutes divided by 4, 5 minutes. So in the other way, here you can develop ratio 2000 to fill 2000 liter, it takes 20 minutes. If that's so, try to fill 500 liters, how much? Just the same concepts there, 20 divided by 5 for 5 minutes there. Oh, at the beginning also with the comparison of fractions to fill the full tank with the total volume is for 20 minutes. Now it is filling one fourth of it because the used volume is one fourth of the tank. So the total divided by 4, that's the time taken. Or there are some other methods like you can find out the rate of water flow. How to find the rate of water flow? Just the 2000 liter divided by 20 minutes. Then you can find out per minute what's the filling liters. Accordingly, you can find out to fill 500 liters, what is the time taken. However, the final answer would be same. Right. So how much you got for first question, you can drop a message. Okay, right. Right. Now we are moving to the very good. Right. We're done. Right. The second question. Here, see there. Here, 4 sides are equal. According to the given diagram, flower were planted in the semicircle, right? So here the flowers being planted, flower, and here the grass is planted. Okay. Which is in the square shape plot of land. So the grass was cultivated in the remaining part. Here the grass. Okay, fine. The length of an uh, iron thread which was used to build a fence around the land is 104 meters. Find the length of the side of the plot of the land. So this is the square shaped land. To make a fence around that, it takes 104 meters. Then what is the side length? Just divide 104 meter by 4. Then you can see the side length. The perimeter of this given and asking the side length. Perimeter means the sum of 4 sides. Just divide by 4 sides. And 4 to 8. 24.6. So 26 meter is there, that is having 1 mark side length. Then part 2, find the area of the square shaped plot of the land. Square shape. So this is the square shape. How to find? This side is 26 meter. This side also 26 meter. So the area given, length into breadth, 26 meter into 26 meter. Then you can find out the multiplication of 26 square. Directly I take it. That is 676 square centimeters. Square meters. Okay. For that part, you have 1 mark. Then part 3. The part 3 says the length of the curved boundary of the part which was used to plot the flowers is 22 meters. Then find the length of the straight boundary. So that means this arc length given of this semicircle. This is a semicircle, that arc length is 22 meters. Now you have to think how to take the arc length of a semicircle. C equal half into 25R, half into 25R. So now you can substitute half into 2 into 5 into R. R is the radius that is not known, keep it as R. Now this is the arc length, the curved boundary length, that is given as 22 meters, just equal to 22 meters. So 21 cancelled, then 22 into R, 22R upon 7 equal 22. Okay, now subjecting R, you need to find R, radius of that semicircle. So you multiply by 7 both the side to subject R. First division 7 cancelled with multiplication 7 both the side. So here 22R equal 22 into 7. No need to multiply and take the answer. Use this trick. Now you are going to divide by 22 both the sides to subject R. So 22 cancelled. Then here you can directly cancel 22, 1. What is the final answer? R equals 7 meters. So R is here one part, right? This length only 7 meters, and here also then 7 meters. That means that this is the diameter. Diameter is 14 meters. So what they're asking, find the length of its straight boundary. Straight boundary means this one. They are not asking in the radius way, but we know that straight boundary is the diameter. To find the diameter, we find the radius first, right? Then the straight boundary is twice of that, twice of radius, that is 7 meter into 2, that gives you 14 meter. Okay, you have now 3 marks. Okay, then part 4, if anyone cannot understand, tell me. Find the area of the plot which was used to plant the flowers, right? They are asking the area used to plant the flowers. Where the flowers being planted? In this semicircular part. Now they are asking the area of this semicircular part. How to find the area of the semicircular part? Area equal in a full circle 5R squared. Remember the equation. Now it is a semi, that means half of that, right? Then area equal half into 5 into R squared. R is 7 into 7. Okay, then 7, 1, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 11. 11 into 7, 77 square meters. That is the area of that semicircular part, the land, the flower planted. Right, so you have 2 marks, that's the area. Then last part, they are asking fifth one. Right here, fifth one. Okay. If rupees 200 was given to cultivate the grasses in 1 square meter, find the cost of the cultivating grasses. Now you find out the grass area. How to find the grass area? Just from the total area, subtracts this flower grown area. So the total area is what we found here, square area. So you now define the grass area. So how to find the grass area? I just 676 square meters subtracts that 77 square meters. Okay. right? Then 599 square meter. Therefore, the cost per square meter, how much? This is the grass area. Then per square meter, it takes 200 rupees. So the 200 rupees per square meter. Then how much? Per square meter, 200. Such we have 599 square meters. So multiply here, then rupees 1100. So 11, 100, 100, 19,800 rupees is there when you multiply these two, right? That is the cost, the last 3 marks given. So how you found the cost? Just uh, found the area of grass. How? From the total area, subtract the flower grown area, you got this area. So per 1 square meter, 200. For such square meters, just multiply that two. Okay. Can complete and send me how much you got of 10 marks for first two question. If you get any incorrect answers, write, do it. Right, now we move to the third question. Right, third one, part E, first one. Okay, the monthly income of Mr. Fernando is rupees 60,000. Find his annual income. Monthly income 60,000. Right, then just multiply by 12 to find the annual income. Okay, then 12 into 6, 72 and 0 and 3 zeros there, rupees 720,000. Okay, then part 2. For that part, just 1 mark. Why? Monthly income multiply by 12 to make the annual. 12 months there per annum. The first 500,000 rupees is tax-free income. Okay, then find the taxable income. Taxable income means where the tax is applied. For which part of that income? You know that 500,000 is free of tax. Then just subtract from this one the 500,000 rupees. Subtract 500,000 rupees from this part. Okay, then take here a 0 to 2, then that is rupees 220,000 is the taxable income. This is released, but which part the tax is applicable for this part? This is called the taxable income, right? So for that one, we have 2 marks there. Then check the part 3. If annual income tax rate is 4%, how much should he pay as the income tax? So from this is the taxable income of that 4% is charged. 4% means 4 upon 100 into this 220,000. So two zeros being cancelled, then multiply with 4. 4 into 2, 8, 4 into 2, 8. Rupees 8,800. That is the tax to be paid. You have 2 marks there. Okay, now we move to the part B. Part B, a person borrowed a loan of rupees 56,000 at an annual simple interest rate of 12%. After a certain period time, he settled the loan by paying the total amount 76,160. How much interest did he pay for the loan? Right, just think, right, without any equations, the general sense, the common sense, he borrowed 56,000 and repaying 76,000 something. So what is this additional payment? The additional payment is the interest, right? So how to find the interest? Just the idea take it of the loan. Interest is he borrowed 76,000 rupee, 100 60 rupees, 76160. That is, we call the total amount. The subtracts the loan amount he borrowed, 56,000 is the loan. So the difference of the total amount and the loan is the interest, total interest charge. The wording shall be total interest. So 0, then 6, then 1, okay, then 0, then 2. That means rupees 20,160 is the total interest pay for the loan. So the first part, you have 2 marks. In part 2 of that, calculate the interest for a year. Calculate the interest for a year. So now you can calculate the interest for a year. How? The loan is 56,000. Of that, 12% is given. So 12%, 12 upon 100 into the loan. What is the loan? 56,000. Just simplify here. Multiply with 12. 12, 0, 12 into 6. 2, 7 is there. 6,720 rupees. That is the interest per year. How you calculate? This is the annual interest into the loan. 12% into 56,000. That is the interest per annum. Interest for year. Okay. Now then they ask in the time taken for that one. This is 2 marks. So how to find the time taken? So you know that the time period of the loan. How to take the time period? This is the total interest charge, 20,160 per year. The interest is this much. Just the total interest divided by the interest per year, 6720. Then you can take the interest, the number of time years, the number of years. How? 0 simplified. Then check figure 2016 divided by 672. Then how much? 3 years. Yes. 3 years. Just exactly divide by 3. Okay, so what is the condition here again? From the total amount, subtracts the loan, then you got the total interest. Then with the interest rate and the loan, you calculate how much the interest per year. This is yearly interest and this is the total interest. So to receive total interest yearly this much, how many years to take? Right, just total interest divided by the yearly interest, then the number of years taken. Okay. Right now we move to the fourth question, the set questions there. Correct it and especially understand the concept and do with your own effort, right? Without looking to the answers, do it your own effort, right? So now this is the Venn diagram we have. Here we have two sets, set A and set B. Okay, and here we have the universal set. So 4819, 4819, and here we have 357, and here 26, right? So we will move to the question now. According to the information given in the Venn diagram, they asked to describe the set B using the descriptive method. Descriptive methods. So we learned this is in grade 7, I think. The descriptive methods. They asking describe the elements of set B. So what are the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9? So these are the odd numbers. Odd numbers, but you have to include 1 and 9 both. Then understand the region where the region correctly. Can write the odd numbers less than 10, or you can write odd numbers between 0 and 10, or you can write odd numbers from 1 to 10, whatever, right? The important part, 1 and 9 to includes when you describe it. Okay, you cannot write the numbers between 1 and between, then one cannot take. I write odd numbers from 1 to 10. Right. This is one method. However, you can define like between 0 and 10, less than 10, whatever answers are acceptable. Okay. Then part 2, list out the elements of the universal set. Universal set is a rectangle. Under that, any elements belongs to the universal set. Is under the rectangle, all the elements we have to write. Right. So universal set indication is the symbol equal within the curly brackets. You write all the elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are the universal set element. Then part 3, shade the region A dash intersect B dash. So I will give you today a very nice formula to remember without any issues. Make mang කරන්න formula එකක් දෙනවා මේක ඉතාම වැදගත්. Right, make a password. Right, the correct be odd numbers between 2 and 2 to 8. No, then one eliminated. One is odd number. So one belongs to B. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So if you can take between 2 to 8, right? That's one is eliminated and 9 is also not included. Okay, that is wrong. So remember how to shade this one. Whenever you have dash for both, remember, right, you can equivalent this one to a nice formula, nice expression. Having both dashes, both complement, you put the complement outside of the bracket and you write AB, just change the sign. The intersection sign differ, right, opposite. That means it becomes as the union. So this is equivalent to this, right? Remember this formula. With use of that, easily you can shade it. Okay, so whenever you have this type of questions, also remember for these two, dash for both, then you can make one dash within the bracket and you write AB. If it is union, opposite the sign to the intersect. So remember these two formulas whenever you have this type of question. See in this way, right? This, see in this way. Now you can shade instead of this. Now think with this. This is equivalent to this. So now you check A union B is the sum of these A and B, but that is complement. Complement mean except that. So A union B is both A and B set except that you shade the outside. You shade the outside region. Okay, so this is the region you have to shade. Okay, think in this way. So write down this if you do not know the formulas. Shade the Venn diagram, this one in here. Then they are asking, write down the region 6, 2 using the set notation, right? Region 6, 2. 6, 2 is the outside element. So that is similar to here. Fourth question, the outside is A union B is the inside of the A and B both, right? Total, but except that this is the set notation. A union B complement. Or you can write this one also. This is also acceptable because we know that these two equal with the formula. Okay, this okay, this okay, right? But I know that no one written this method. Okay, right? You can now now you can learn this additional information. Right, according to the information given in the above Venn diagram, verify the formula. Now you write in A union B. Verify the formula means we have to say that this is satisfied with this, the left hand side and the right hand sides are satisfied with the information of this set. Now we will first write down the information separately, right? In A union B how much, in A how much, in B how much, right? What is Na union B here? Number of elements. N means number of elements of A union B set. What are the number of elements of A union B set? A union B is the sum of these two sets. Number of elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many elements are there? There are 7. Okay. Then number of elements of set A. Set A is this one. Set A is this one. Inside that, how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus. In B is what? The set of elements B are, number of elements here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus number of elements of A intersection B. Number of elements of A intersection B. Intersection, this region, how many elements? 2 elements. Now check this side, 4 plus 5, 9 minus 2, 7. Here also 7. Now it is satisfied. 7 equals 7. It comply with these elements here. Right. Now we move to the last question. Keep in touch in the live session because always try to be at until you complete the paper. Right. We are meeting at once a week. Right. You should be able to take for 2 hours. Okay. Right. Lot of things they are to learn. Right. Understand this is important part. Right. Okay, write down these two formula, right? And highlight it. You learn this one and catch up it. Right. So the last one is the pie chart questions. Here they are. Right. So here that percentage is mistakenly set the question, not percentage. That angle at the center is denoted 75 degree. Likewise, because if you see that is a percentage, then it cannot be more than, the sum should be 100%, but it is more than 100. Here 72 degree and here 45 degree. Okay, and here 90 degree. So here we have the cars, vans, here cars, and here vans, and here we have three-wheelers, and here we have the motorbikes. Okay, this is the question. Now we will move to the part 1. Find the magnitude of the angle at the center sector that represent the number of motorbikes. So here the number of motorbikes representation. So I write it as the x angle. We know that the sum of all the angles are 360 degrees. So part 1 you can find x plus 72 degree plus 45 plus 90 degree equal 360 degrees. Okay, then you can add all the details here. 277 equal 360 degrees. So just subject x 360 subtracts 207, then x equal 153 degree. X equal 153 degree. Right, 153. Right. We got this answer. Right. Got this answer, right? Represent, right, 153 degrees. If the number of three-wheelers which were stopped in the vehicle park, so for that one you have 2 marks. The number of three-wheelers stop that park is 30. Then what they asking, find the number of motorbikes. So this is how you get the answer. Type of vehicle, I write type of vehicle, and I write here the angle at the center. Okay, type of vehicle. So the number of vehicle and angle at the center. I write here angle and the number of vehicles. So what is the vehicle three-wheeler angle? The three-wheeler angle, they says that 90 degree, here 90 degree. And how many three-wheelers, number of vehicles? Three-wheelers, they say that 30, number of three-wheelers, 30. So then they ask the number of motorbikes. Motorbikes is how much? Here, 153 degree, 53 degree. How many vehicles are there? Build up. Here, angle and the number of vehicles. Angle 90, number of vehicles 30. If that's so, angle 153, how much? Mixture, achcharakata, mixture, aina, mixcharakata, kochara. So for 90 degree, how many vehicles represent 30? If that's so, for 153 degree, how much? Anuota mechcharak innona 153 kocharak innada. Right, 31, 33. Okay, then here 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. So it says that 51 vehicles. So motorbikes, 51 vehicles. Here, three-wheeler, we had 30 vehicles. Okay, right. So 3 marks is there. Then express the number of cars which were came to the vehicle park as a fraction of the total vehicles were came to the vehicle park on that day. Make a mehema hadanna puluwa. Right? They are asking as a fraction of the total vehicle, the number of cars there. So we know that the number of vehicles are directly proportionate to the angle at the center. Right? Directly proportionate. When you write as a ratio, when you write as a percentage, when you write as a fraction, right? If you consider the numbers as well as the angles, the same answer given. So you can write the number of cars as an angle at the center, that is 72 degree, out of the number of total vehicles in this park is the total vehicle representation is 360 degree. Okay, this is the representation. Number of vehicles like 72 degrees directly proportionate, and here total vehicle directly proportionate to 360 degrees. So what they are asking, vehicle park on there express the number of vehicles as a fraction of the total number, right? So as a fraction, this is the fraction. You can simplify 9, 8, 9, 40, then 8, 1, 8, 5. So that is 1/5. 1/5 of the total number of vehicles. Or this is one way you can write that argument, the number of vehicles directly proportionate to the angle at the center. So therefore the angle representation for the car is 72 upon the total representation vehicle 360. Okay, so the answer would be 1/5. So you can further find the individual cars and total put as a percentage, a fraction. The last part, if 20 rupees charge from the bike and 30 from other vehicles, find the income gain by the on that day, right? The income gain they are asking. So now you have to calculate the number of bikes here. Number of bikes here. So how many bikes we calculate? Bikes 51, three-wheeler 30. So bike certain price, and for the other vehicles, cars, vans, three-wheeler, another price. So now you can calculate the number of bikes and the other vehicles. So how to find the number of bikes? It is found here. Number of bikes equal 51. Then how to find the other vehicle? Better find the total vehicles. How to find the total vehicles? Move forward with this one. 90 degree means how many vehicles? 30 vehicles. If that's so, right. What is the total vehicle representation? 360 means how much? Okay, then here 31, 33, 313, 120. So the total vehicles, this gives by total vehicles are 120. So motorcycle 51. Okay, then what? How to find the other three? Sum of these other three. How to find the sum of other three vehicles types? Right? From the total 120, just subtracts the motorbikes. You write other vehicles except motorbike. So how to find the other vehicle except motorbikes? From 120 total vehicles, subtracts 51, 69 vehicles. Okay, then how to find the total cost here? So from motorbike, 51 into 20 rupees, and here other vehicle 69 into 30 rupees. Right. Then the cost total income. This is how you get from bikes. You get 51 into 20 rupees. But from bike 20, then you got it is 1020, and from the other vehicles we have 69 other vehicles, then 30 is the price per other vehicle, then 2070. So you can add up these two, so that gives you rupees 3090, rupees 3090. Okay, that is the total income gain. Okay, totally completed full paper, first paper. Right, you can check what is the marks you gain of 100. Everyone, right, give their marks, right, before you leave, right. So the students who are leaving means, well, say maybe half of that done, just the discussion and just passing, right. You can make from total how much from 100 marks, right? Because we have to write it in the books, right? Then you see a motivation. I got this much at the beginning, now it is gaining, right? And now it is gaining, right? Likewise, okay, okay, 85, good, right? Others, we have to make the marks, huh? Right? Then only you see for the papers, I am getting this much mark, honestly, right? Then 78 marks, yes, good. Then 25 marks, no problem. Then 40 marks. But see that when you reach to the grade 11, right, I assure that you must be in a good position, right, for the paper. අනිවාර්යෙන් පුතා එක වෙනවා. එක වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන්නේ ඔයා හරියට වැඩේ කරේ නැහැ. බලන්න අනික මේ papers standard papers, right, ELC content එකට comply වෙනවා. සමහර papers provincial papers, right. මම ඒක ප්‍රොවින්ෂියල් කියලා දාන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම වුණාම දැන් ඔයාලා ඒක බලනවා මාත් බලනවා ඒක දන්නවා. මේක අපි කරලා තියෙනවා. හැබැයි ඒකට ලකුණු නැහැ. එහෙම වෙනවා. අනිත් එක තමන් කොන්ෆිඩන්ට් වෙන්න ඕන ප්‍රශ්නයක උත්තර දෙන්න. දැන් මම මේවට ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරලා නෙමෙයි මේ පේපර් එකේ දෙන්නේ. මම මේක දැම්මට මම බලන්නේ ඔයාලත් එක්කමයි මම මේ ඩිස්කෂන් එකට යන්නේ. එම් කොන්ෆිඩන්ට් එකක් සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකට ඔයාලත් හදාගන්න. එතකොට පුළුවන්. Right, no problem, right? You got 60 mark, no puta, no worry puta. You can enhance purely, right? No problem, but do honestly. That honestly is I appreciate, and do your best, right? Day by day, make the mistakes, write the mistakes in your book, right? Today I got 80, today last day I got 60. Likewise, make your own evaluation now. Although this is online, right? You may learn a bit, right? Okay, so my first advice is what, right, do the corrections by a red pen, right, under the paper number 11 by yourself for the mistaken questions. The second one, do your paper with yourself, right, and participate for the live session. Okay, right. Okay, so I will upload the paper number 12, maybe today or mostly tomorrow morning. Right, take it. That would be a second paper. First time we are dealing with the second paper. That is bit hard, huh? Don't be afraid. We have to first face both because the A mark is mostly depend upon the second paper because all the students can score first paper but fail in the second. Right. So we will meet with the next day with the paper, and tomorrow we have the theory class at 8 to 10 p.m. Okay, with that, right? Good luck, everyone. We will meet by next week. Thank you very much. Right.